Hey guys, welcome to Any Last Words. I'm your host, Joe. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new, welcome back. Make sure you guys hit that like, subscribe, and follow button. And let's get started. My guest tonight is Hayden Newman of Reunion from Hell. How you doing, darling?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm excellent. I saw the trailer for this last week when I had Adam Freeman on.
hmm
Um, and I gotta say, this looks so much fun. This looks like this was so much fun to make.
Oh, we had a blast making this film. The stuff that went on behind the scenes was just amazing. We all really became like a family. We One of the locations we rented an Airbnb, and we all stayed there. The cast and crew all lived there together for the entirety of the shoot. So we really became like a family, and you know, crazy stuff happened on set. We just had a blast. We really did.
Oh, I love that about film is that you get these little clicks with other people that are like complete strangers half the time, and then you can go away from one another and like barely talk here and there, but if you ever come across one another, it's like the sparks just fly again, and you're just like, oh my god.
Exactly. We're getting ready for the red carpet premiere in April, and we're all excited about it. We've all been messaging each other, and we're just all ecstatic about seeing each other. So yeah.
That's so cool. It's coming out May 1st.
Well, the red carpet premiere is April 30th, and that's for the
Okay.
cast and crew and reviewers or that kind of thing. And then on May 1st, we're doing a once in a lifetime fan screening. The entire cast and crew will be there, including Kathy Podwell from Night of the Demons, who stars in Reunion from Hell. And for $12, you get to see the movie with the cast and crew. You get to do a meet and greet. You get autographs, and we do a Q&A session after the film.
Oh, nice. So you get quite a bit of bang for your buck there.
Yes, you do.
Oh, I love it. That's an awesome perk. I have to say, like, because I watch and review a lot of indie horror and their perks and their Indiegogos. That's a pretty decent perk right there.
Yeah, and tickets for that go on sale this Friday, March the 12th. A link will drop from the theater that's hosting the event, and people can go there to buy their tickets. And it was really weird. I've already started getting messages from people, and I got a message from a fan in Texas today wanting to know how he could buy tickets for this event. And I'm like, wow, you're coming from Texas to our little premiere event. It's awesome. It's unreal.
Oh,
So I'm taking it all in. I'm taking it all in.
oh, that's so awesome. You seem so very sweet and humble about all of this. That's so awesome.
You know, Reunion from Hell is very much a love letter to the films that I grew up on that inspired me, from Halloween to Scream to I Know What You Did Last Summer. They were all, I would say Halloween and Scream were probably two of the most influential movies in my life. Scream, because it was the first horror film I ever saw in the theater.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, I was lucky enough, that's saying my age. I was lucky enough to see the original Scream in its original theatrical run in 1996. So, and I mean, I remember at that time, Drew Barrymore, of course, was like the only big name in that film. And she was their big advertiser. That's
Hmm.
who they advertised. She was over on everything.
And she wasn't even in it much. It was like, are you serious? I
Exactly.
totally know what you're talking about. I remember that.
So, the movie starts, and 10 minutes into the movie, she's gone. And I remember looking at my friend who I went to see it with, and I said, they just killed off America's sweetheart. We have no idea what the hell we're in for.
Plot twist real quick, huh?
Yes. So Reunion from Hell was very much a love letter to those films. I felt it was something that hadn't been done in a long time. Uh, for so long, horror has been found footage or ghost or found footage or ghost. But when writing the script, it was important for me to really make these characters you could care about. This is more than a bunch of people running around in the woods getting their heads chopped off. These characters really have their own lives, and they're a group of friends, and the lead has been gone for 8 years from his hometown. Something happened that made him leave town, and he doesn't want to ever come back. Well, lo and behold, one of the friends is murdered, and he comes back for the funeral. And slowly, as the movie progresses, we find out that that was bait to get that character back, and somebody's out to kill us all. So it
Wow.
becomes a race against time to find out who is doing this and why before everybody's killed off. So
Yeah, I can't wait to see it, honestly. Like I said, it looks like it was like it's a fun movie. And I love it because you can see what you mean by like, it has a little bit of this, has a little bit like your inspirations for it.
mm-hmm.
Um you can definitely see that in the movie. And it's not in I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time articulating myself tonight. I think I need a sip of whatever you got over there.
Oh, I'm drinking some wines.
I know that looks yummy as fuck right now. I'm not gonna lie, but you can definitely see what it is that you're trying to get across in the movie from just the trailer.
Yes, and of course, Kathy Podwell is in this film. Kathy was in Night of the Demons. She played Judy in Night of the Demons, the final girl. This is the first horror film she's done in 33 years.
Wow.
Since Night of the Demons. The
Well, this
way
must have been like a super good script if she's like, hold on, let me dust myself off and
well,
come step back into place.
the story of how Kathy got involved is kind of like a whole perfect storm. First of all, Kathy had kind of stepped away from acting to raise her children, and she had said that when her youngest graduated from high school, she had no excuse to not go back. And her youngest graduated from high school in May of 2020. And I contacted her in June of 2020.
So it was
No
just
idea.
very.
And, I sent her an email and asked her to read the script. And within a day, she came back and she was like, yes, let's do this. She's like, I feel it. It's very unique. It's groundbreaking. It's something that I don't think has been done. So she was like, look, yeah, let's do it. And I have to tell you, the first day of principal photography, being on set with Kathy, it was unreal. Like it was one of those moments where you had to be like in your head, I'm on set with Kathy Podwell. I'm doing a scene with Kathy Podwell, who played J.R. Ewing's second wife on Dallas for 4 seasons. And it was like she never quit doing it. She just it was like getting back on a bicycle.
That's
And
awesome.
I like to tell people, because it is asked a lot. with indie films, sometimes bigger name stars are attached and they're just a cameo or they get killed off. Kathy is very much one of the stars of this film. So she is throughout. I don't want to give anything away. She's in the film. She's very much a star of the film. I'll say that much.
So we won't be disappointed with her allotted time.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
We have a couple of comments. Charles says, hello, Charles, by the way, and hello, Guti. Charles says, holy shit, Scream was 1996. Damn, I was a middle school student. I'm old. Hey, I would think I was around that time too. I mean, God, you gonna say it like that, jerk? And then he also said that he just read the synopsis for the on the IMDb, and he'd really like to check this out. By the way, everybody who's watching right now, I do have a link in the description box below for the trailer and for the Facebook page so that you guys can go over there and check out the ticket sales and the things that are going to be going on with the film as we're leading up to the final release of it. So check that out.
Definitely. And the Facebook group, we have a Facebook group for the film. You actually get to, talk to some of the actors and, all of that. And we're constantly updating everything. But yes, we had some interesting stuff go down on the set. That's for sure. We shot the finale of the film over 2 nights. And one night, it was me and Kathy and Jeremiah Lee Steinhardt, who plays Brady in the film. His name is Brady. It was like 2:00 in the morning. We're covered in fake blood and, everything. But we were hungry. We were tired. We're hungry. We didn't think anything about it. So we stopped at a Taco Bell, ordered some food, went up to the drive-through window, and the window opened, and the guy took one look at us. And this is a testament to our special effects guy, Derek Worley, who did a phenomenal job. The guy took one look at us, and I think we scarred him for life. He said, y'all need to go to the hospital now. And we all busted out laughing because we had totally forgot. And we're like, no, we're shooting a movie. And we shot in Louisville, Kentucky. So it's not something I think they see every day in Louisville.
Y'all some weird folk over there.
So that's one of the fun things that happened on set, was that. And we had so many things happened on that set that we had a blast with. All I can say is there will be a blooper reel coming out.
Oh, I love it. That is awesome.
So you can see some of the fun we had on set. We really, like I said, became like a family. And it wasn't just one of us that made this film. It was all of us together. Mm-hmm. We all came together with a belief and a passion for this story. And we were doing what we loved. So when somebody asked me, they're like, you made this film. No, I didn't make this film on my own. It was all of us together, as a team. So.
Oh, that's awesome, because I don't think I've really heard a lot of, not to say that they don't feel that way, but I think you're like one of the few people that are just upfront about it like that.
It's the truth. And I'll give a shout out to my entire cast and crew, because, we were very much an independent film, and obviously, but if you hear stories about when they made Halloween or Friday the 13th, which were very low budget films, everybody on the set chipped in and done stuff. It wasn't, this big crew. It was just us, and we all, chipped in and, did what had to be done to get the film made.
Right. Well, it's like it's kind of a silly saying, but I always say, teamwork makes the dream work. But
Exactly. It really does. And, Sam Hodge, who was my DP and co-director on the film, me and him were really on the same wavelength, and it was so easy working with him. I would say, how I envisioned the shots, and a bunch of times it was mutual. We were all thinking the same thing. But he's a phenomenal cinematographer. And then Adam, he was a producer on the film, and he helped out in so many ways behind the scenes, making sure I didn't lose it at times, because I took on that challenge. I'm a theater brat.
Okay.
So for 20 years I've been, and it's 20 years this year, I have been acting and directing in theater. So this was my first film. So it was a lot. It was a lot to, direct the film and also be in the film. And I will say that if you are a director, you got to make sure you're ready for something like that. It's if you're dedicated, it's easy, and if you have a great team, it's easy. I can't imagine what it's like if you don't have a great team. So, but it was interesting because I would be shooting a scene and be in character, and then we'd have to call cut, and I would have to go back and look at footage. So I would have to quickly go into director mode and then quickly go back into character mode.
Oh, I can imagine that would be getting frustrating off and on.
It had its moments. It had its moments, but like I said, one of my favorite sayings is, and I would say this to any filmmaker, if you have a dream, don't let anybody tell you that it's impossible. Everything is possible. So you just do it, and follow your dream and work hard and never give up. There is a light at the end of the tunnel.
Yes, it is there somewhere. You just have to keep walking.
Exactly. And there was times during pre-production that, trust me, I was like, I want to throw my hands in the air. But seeing the footage, we are about an hour and 10 minutes of the film has been edited.
Oh, okay.
So I have seen it. I've seen like an hour and 10 minutes of the film put together. So we just got to the start of the finale of the film, but seeing it all put together, it's this unreal feeling. It's amazing.
Are you getting impatient a little bit because you are that close and you're like, holy shit, I've seen this much and I'm just so infatuated with all this right now?
A little bit, yeah. I'm working, Sam, he's also my editor on the film. So we are working together a lot. I'll message him, be like, what's up? What scene are you working on? And, he'll send it to me and get my approval on if I like it, or do I want to cut this, or, so it's, I remember, I think it was 2 weeks ago, we had gotten to, because obviously films are shot out of sequence.
Right.
And we had gotten to the part in the film where it's like the middle of the second act of the film, but it was the very first thing we shot.
Okay.
Of the film. And I remember I messaged Sam. I was like, you realize that's the very first scene we shot? He's like, yeah, I know. I was like, wow. Like, it seems like so long ago, but it really wasn't. Because we
Oh,
shot the film in October of
okay.
2020. Yeah.
Oh,
So we
wow.
shot it during COVID,
How
which
was
was
that?
it
Sorry, you
was
were just gonna say it.
it was, we had to take our precautions and everything, but it was not as bad as I thought it would be. Um, you know, there wasn't like I said, there wasn't a huge crew or
Right.
anything like that. So social distancing wasn't that hard, but being that we all lived together in the same house for 11 days,
You
12
were
days.
pretty much following protocol together, so I
Yeah,
mean, that sounds good to me.
exactly. And it was a lot of people, I will say this, a lot of people thought that I would not be able to do it. Unfortunately, there are people in the indie community that have their opinions and thought that I would never get it done. Well, I feel so accomplished because I've been able to prove, yes, I got it done, and it looks beautiful, and I couldn't be prouder.
I am excited for you. I am super excited for you. I mean, and then hearing all the story about it too. That's why I like hearing like what led up to this, what's going on, tell me about it because the way everything lined up for you just seems so perfect. You know what I mean? Like it's like it was meant for you to make this film and it
It
looks
really,
great.
it really was, and another story that blows my mind is in September of 2019. I went to Horror Hound Weekend in Indianapolis, Indiana, because it was a huge Screamcast reunion, and I actually got to meet Neve Campbell. And Neve is if you ever get a chance to meet her, take it. She's amazing, very humble, so sweet. But I asked her because at that time there had been talks of a Scream 5, but nobody really knew. And I asked her, and she said, I don't think it's ever going to happen. She said, with Wes being gone, I don't think it's ever going to happen. She said, and for me to come back, it would have to be, for a lack of better word, a pretty fucking good script. That's basically what she said. And it would have to really respect Wes Craven's vision.
Right.
Well, fast forward to June of 2020, they announced that they're going to shoot Scream 5 and that Neve Campbell is coming back. And in October of 2020, we're shooting Reunion from Hell in Louisville, Kentucky. And they're shooting Scream 5 at the exact same time in Williamton, North Carolina. So
Wow.
it was kind of weird that it worked out that way. It was like this perfect storm that all came together.
Oh man. Yeah, like you guys are dumb if you don't watch this movie. Seriously, you just heard all of this shit and you don't watch it. No, you've got to watch it. Like this movie was meant to happen. You guys need to watch this. uh, oh my gosh. Sorry, I was catching up on some of these messages real quick. Charles also says, honestly thought, why did people consider Scream a horror film? I mean, I know Scary Movie is a spoof of it, but I never felt it was a horror film.
Well,
Well, like real life horror, if you will, because isn't it based loosely off of a true crime story?
yes, it is. It was based loosely off the Gainesville killer in Gainesville, Florida.
Yeah, okay.
But yes, it's more true horror. But Scream was groundbreaking. It was horror, but it was a mystery, thriller, and a comedy. They were making, obviously these were fans of horror movies. The characters were. So, they knew the rules of horror movies and, So it was, for its time, it was something fresh. It was something new. And I mean, if you think about it with that film, especially the first one, cell phones were just starting to really take off.
Mm-hmm.
So the thought that somebody could be outside of your house watching you and
Mm-hmm.
terrorizing you like that, it was scary.
No,
At that,
absolutely. That's why I liked it, because it was like real life horror, if you will, like the horrors of real life, that something like this could and has happened to somebody.
exactly,
So, and that's what makes it horrifying, is that it could happen to you.
exactly, and that's, of course, obviously, I'm a fan of Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street, but Halloween and Scream, they resonated with me on the level of this could really happen,
Mm-hmm.
especially the original Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
And John Carpenter's vision making that film, and the shots, so many shots in that movie are just gorgeous, gorgeous. But the thought that somebody could break out of a mental hospital and randomly target you, it could really happen. I mean,
Actually, I think that actually has happened too.
it's I wouldn't be I wouldn't be shocked if it hadn't.
Yeah.
I'm like messing with
Oh.
my hair here.
Oh no, I do it too, because like you'll get the little flyaways and they itch, or they're getting your eyelash, and you're just like, oh my
Yes.
lord.
So y'all, please forgive me. I'm like messing with my hair. But yeah. So if these horror films of they could really happen have
Mm-hmm.
always affected me more. Even the Texas Chainsaw Massacre
Oh yeah.
um terrified me. I live in Alabama, so we would go on road trips and a lot of back roads, and I would be like,
Ah.
yeah, I would be like, we're not stopping at some random gas station. No, 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 no. We have to be in civilization, because I mean,
We saw how this movie ends. I don't want to do this.
exactly. And that's one thing with Reunion is, um, there's some lines in the film that really pay tribute to Scream and to Halloween, and there's Easter eggs throughout the whole film that plays nods to the films we grew up on
Nice, nice.
throughout the story.
Well, I can't wait to see this. This is a movie I've kind of been excited to see for a little while. I'm just gonna be honest, because I brought it up the last week and I was like, no, this one looked really fun. I want to see this one. And then now hearing all this, I'm just even more excited to see it.
Well, it's funny. Another funny story is, when you're on set and you see the killer's mask on set. I mean, if you know who's behind that mask.
Mm-hmm.
So, but that mask is a very, very creepy mask. I don't know if obviously you saw it in the trailer, but there's scenes in the film, and I don't want to give too much away, but watching the footage, I'm like, that's a really fucking terrifying mask. Like that's scary.
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
And I was on set. Like I was on set seeing the stuff being filmed, and it's still, once I'm seeing the footage, I'm like, oh, okay, I did not realize how effective it was. there's one particular death scene in the film that I was right there on set when we were filming it. And I saw all the special effects being done. And when I watched the footage, and this is a testament to that actor or actress, I won't say, when I watched that footage, I was like, literally, it made me cringe. It's a very effective death scene. Very, very effective
Yeah.
scene. That I think fans are going to love. And I think fans are really going to be over the moon of the opening title sequence. We did something really special there, and I'm over the moon about it. And everybody that has seen it are like, it's amazing. Oh my God. So I'm so excited for people to actually see it and see what we've done. Because there are so much, we pay respect to those films in so many ways without copying them.
Right.
This is very much its own story. So, what's a little bit different about this film, and one of the things that Kathy thought was so unique and groundbreaking about the film, is some of the characters in the film are members of the LGBTQ community. And it was so important for me to make sure those characters were portrayed right, because in so many films they're portrayed like over the top, or the token gay character. And I wanted to make sure they were portrayed right, and the film doesn't focus on that. It's they just happen to be part of the community. The film focuses on this story and this group of friends that have to figure out who's coming after them and why.
Okay.
It doesn't focus on the LGBTQ. It just happens to be some of the characters are.
You know what? I'm just going to say thank you for that, because I was born and raised in the San Francisco Bay Area growing up. And I had family members that were like in the closet and they were too ashamed to come out. And I had friends who didn't care. They were like, whatever, I am who I am. And they are not what is portrayed in movies and TVs.
No, they're not.
It breaks my heart. And it actually, I'm sorry, not sorry. It gets annoying.
It does. It really does. I saw a newer horror film, and I won't call it out by name, here within the last week. And there was a gay couple, and they were the very first people killed off in the film. And I was like, really? So you just had them there to just kind of include them, but you were going to kill them off first. So yeah, it was very important to me. And Kathy told me a story. It was about 2 weeks before we went into principal photography. She was talking to her sister-in-law about the film and why she felt it was going to be groundbreaking. And she has a family member who is a member of the community. And the family member heard that there were LGBTQ characters in the film. And she said that family member came around the corner with that is 15 years old, had this huge smile on their face. Like, we're finally being included. And that, when she told me that story, it melted my heart. I was like, that's worth it right there.
Oh, like I said, thank you for that. Because again, sorry, not sorry. That shit gets annoying because it is horrible. They're horribly portrayed. Horribly portrayed.
Yes.
I have met some that are a little more flamboyant, but not like that. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's just,
I mean, I don't know if I'm saying the words right. I feel like an asshole, but
No, you are. I mean, it's like Hollywood and a lot of films have made it a gimmick,
yes, thank you.
and that's just not real life. That's not
Yeah.
who. So
Well,
it
just
was
like the
very
females, we're dumb, we're good for making sandwiches and pushing out babies and, holding
exactly.
beers and shit. So,
And there's certain things in this film that I wanted to show. A lot of times they try to make it out that females are the only one that can be vulnerable.
uh,
And I
yeah.
really wanted it to show that males could be vulnerable too,
Mm-hmm.
um, just as much. So, like I said, it was important to me when creating these characters that they were characters that you care about. And when something happens to them, it hurts that much worse.
Okay. Awesome.
So, that was, really, I wanted to tell a story with a group of characters that had not been done. And I think everybody agrees with me that's involved with the film that we did that. We really did that.
It
And
sounds like you did.
so that, I mean, is just worth it in its own. I mean, um, I'm so grateful. I do want to say this, and I don't want to like focus on it. We ran an Indiegogo campaign, and I think where I may be going, but I'm not going to go all the way there. I do want to tell fans, do your research. Check out the actors involved, and don't be hesitant to donate to the projects, because without y'all, the fans, these films would not get made.
Absolutely.
So y'all support is so important, and I'm forever grateful for the people who supported this film. And there are unfortunately a few bad apples out there, but let's not let it ruin it for everybody.
Exactly, exactly. If you guys are interested, I know some people came in a little late, and that's okay. There's links in the description for the Facebook page for Reunion from Hell, so that you guys can check out all the dates and the activities and stuff that's going to lead up into the release of this. And I do have some questions on release dates. Do you want to maybe recap a couple of those dates real quick?
Yes. On April 30th, we are doing the red carpet premiere for the cast and crew, and reviewers, and that's just the cast and crew event. The first time they'll get to see the film in completion. And then on May 1st, and tickets go on sale March 12th. The link will drop this Friday, so you probably want to get your tickets if you're planning on coming to this event quickly. May 1st is a once in a lifetime fan screening event for $12. You get to watch the film with the cast and crew, meet the cast and crew, get autographs, photographs, and we're doing a Q&A session after the screening. And that's in Nashville, Tennessee. And then there's other screenings that are slowly coming along. So as I find out about those, I'll release that information. We have several distribution companies really interested in the distribution rights. So I'm hoping, my hope is that it will be available to everyone by October of 2021.
Ooh, very nice. So just around, time for Halloween. We've got
Exactly.
the crispy fall leaves are wanting to snuggle and watch TV a little bit more. Oh, I love
Yes.
it. fucking love
Yes.
it.
Um,
Ah,
and then after, of course, Reunion is getting ready to release, and the next project, which I'm totally behind the scenes on this one, is the Hagwitch. It's directed by Sam Hodge, who was my DP and co-director on Reunion, and I was very honored. He asked me to come on to be his assistant director for the Hagwitch. Um, and it stars Jonna Vong, who played Jen in Reunion from Hell, and Kathy Podwell, and Andrew Duvall. I think I'm saying his last name right. He played the Wishmaster. Um, him and you know, a lot of the Reunion from Hell cast is involved with this film. Like I said, we really became a family. So a lot of them have been attached to this project, and it's currently running an Indiegogo. And if you go to the Hagwitch dash movie on Facebook, you can follow everything there for that film. And there is another big horror star attached. We haven't announced her yet, but I will say people will be excited about it.
ooh. You feel free to send me the links to your Indiegogo when it drops, and I'd be more than happy to post it on my media links,
I
as
will
well as the Hagwitch as well. Send me the stuff for that, and I'd love to share it for everybody after the show.
now. I will tell you. I was honored to read the second draft of the script before anybody else.
Ooh.
And I'm so, 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 so glad I read that script during the day and not at
Oh.
night. It's going to be an extremely scary movie.
Oh, I love it. I love the dark movies that you have to watch it in the dark to see that shit.
Yeah.
I love those.
So I'm excited about that. And then I have another project coming up. We have not announced that at all yet. The only people that know about it are the people that are involved, and we're going to be announcing soon. And I'm very excited about that project, and everybody that's involved is very excited. So watch out for that announcement. I think people will definitely be really excited when they hear. So.
Ooh la la! I love juicy secrets.
Yes, it's very a hush hush secret right now. The only people that know are the people behind the scenes.
Ooh, extra juicy secret.
Yeah.
Uh, well, we're kind of inching close to the end here. I wanted to ask a couple of questions if you don't mind. I try to remember to ask these questions with everybody I interview because I think they're kind of fun.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so if you had to die in a horror movie, how would you choose to die?
Oh. um. Oh. From filming deaths, I would say, quickly, like your throat getting slashed, or yeah, probably a quick death. I wouldn't want it to be agonizing and slow, which a couple of the death scenes in Reunion are. So, um, yeah, I wouldn't want that.
That's a great answer. You're like quickly. I don't care, just quickly.
Yes.
I love it. Okay, if you could kill somebody in a horror movie, how would you do it?
Ooh, that's a good one. I have gotten to kill people making a film, but you know, mm, that's a good one. Uh, I would think a chainsaw, something with a chainsaw would be fun.
Okay. You know what? That's like I think I want to say the second most popular answer is a chainsaw.
Yeah, I think that would be fun. Now I don't have any desire to go out and kill nobody, but I think that would be fun.
Oh, we're not gonna assume that with anybody. This is just
Yeah.
for funsies. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. That would be yeah. That would be pretty cool because I do think of like Texas Chainsaw like Massacre like when I do think of like how I'm gonna kill somebody or uh, what was it or like hanging somebody like hanging them from a hook upside down
Yeah.
like all their blood has to rush down to the bottom and then they have to like sit there and suffer and pass out first. I don't know.
Yeah.
Is that weird?
I mean, I think we all can go to those places sometimes.
Okay, and I guess this one might be just be a little, I guess, a little more personal and not maybe so creative and fun. But I know you mentioned earlier that you saw Scream. Scream was the first one you ever saw in the theater. Now,
Mhm.
has horror always been a favorite of yours, or was it when you got to see it in the theater?
No, I was a horror fan before Scream.
Okay.
The first horror movie I ever saw, and I was way, way too young to see it. I was
I
three
think a
years
lot
old.
of us were.
I was 3 years old. My babysitter uh, had rented it and decided that she was going to show it to us, and it was Halloween 4,
Ah.
which is a very special film for me because it was the very first horror film I ever saw, and I remember it vividly. So no, I was a horror fan way before I saw Scream. For many years, funny story, for many years, I would not watch a Friday the 13th movie because I came in and I may have been 4 or 5 years old, and some family members was watching one, which I later found out in my older years it was part 2 they were watching. But it was the scene there at the end of the movie where they think they've killed him, and they hear a noise, and she's got the pitchfork, and they open the door, and it's like the dog standing there, and it's this peaceful music. And then Jason come through that window behind her and grabbed her, no mask, and it terrified me. Like that right there scarred me for so many years. So when somebody said, "Let's watch a Friday the 13th movie," I was like, "No, no, not happening. No,
Not interested. Not today, Satan.
no."
Okay. What got you into film? What got you? I mean, I know you said you were a theater brat, but
Yes.
some people just keep doing acting.
Well, I always wanted to make that branch into TV or film, because there is, even when I was doing theater, I was very choosy. When I first started acting, I wasn't as choosy about the roles I took. But as I got older, I was very choosy. Like, do I want to do this, or do I want to direct this? Um, so I always said, if I was to go into film, it would have to be something very special and something that I felt a connection to.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew the only way to do that was to tell my own story. So,
Okay. So, sorry, I had a question and then it kind of left me real quick. That usually happens at the end of the night. uh, so how long have you been filming, like on, doing your projects?
well, Reunion was my first film. It
Oh,
was
it
my
was
very
your
first.
first film.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Um, and like I said, we shot that film. I know Kathy was on set for 5 days. So I'm wanting to say we shot it in a total of 12 days.
Nice. Oh yeah, because you guys stayed in the little place together for 2 weeks.
Yes.
Okay.
And what was really funny behind the scenes story, and none of us realized this. Kathy told many stories, behind the scenes stories of Night of the Demons.
Mm-hmm.
So somebody was like, when did Night of the Demons come out? And they Googled it. And lo and behold, the night that Kathy wrapped her portion of Reunion from Hell was the anniversary of Night of the Demons opening.
See, I'm telling you, you were meant to make this damn film. And then
Yeah,
you all are dumb if you don't watch this.
like we were like, what the hell? How ironic is that? Like, you can't make this shit up.
Right?
It was crazy.
Oh my gosh, it's like the stars have aligned for you. That's cool. That is so cool.
Yeah, and I want people to have fun with this film. I want them to, go and, there's comedy in it. There's, it's a roller coaster ride. It really is a roller coaster ride from the very first opening of the film all the way to the end. You'll laugh, you'll scream, all of it.
Very cool.
So I want people to really enjoy this film and just have a good time with it. And that's my biggest dream, is that people enjoy this, because I'm a horror fan. So I made it for horror fans. I really did.
Oh, well, I definitely cannot wait till it comes out, and I'd love to have you back on
Oh,
after it
I'd love
comes
to come
out.
on film. Yes.
I would love to have you come on again in October after it comes out, and we can talk about it and maybe show like a secondary trailer if you have one or something by
Yeah.
then. Um,
And I'm sure there will be one for sure.
Oh my gosh. So, we're kind of coming to the end here, guys. You guys make sure again, look in the description below, and there's going to be links for their Facebook page and the trailer that you can watch on YouTube. So you guys check that out, follow it, keep up on what's going on. There's stuff happening soon that you're going to want to know about, so that go over there and check it out. And my
Yeah.
darling, do you have any last words for our viewers?
No. My biggest thing is I want to thank them all. The people that have supported the film or just learning about the film. I want to thank you all. I hope you enjoy the film. I really do, and I think you will. And just keep supporting indie horror, and thank you. Just really thank you. That's my biggest thing. Thank you.
Oh, thank you for coming on and sharing some of yourself and your projects with us tonight. I
Yep.
really, really had a great time with you, and I'm super excited. I've been like I said, I'm not gonna lie, I've been pretty excited about this since I saw the trailer last week for it. So.
Well, thank you for having me. It is such an honor. It's always an honor to come on to any show and talk about, love for horror and the film, and to be asked to come on. It's an honor. It really is. And we couldn't do it without y'all either. Y'all help us get the word out about the film. So
Teamwork makes the dream work, right?
yes, yes, exactly.
We're all here for each other. I love it. That's why I like horror community. It's so great. And you guys, again, for the last time tonight, you guys need to go and check out the description, the links in there. Check it out. Show some love, show some support. There's going to be an Indiegogo that's going to drop here soon, and you guys need to get on that. It's going to be awesome. Thank you so much, Hayden, for coming on, and I wish you the best of luck with your project. And I can't fucking wait, man.
Well, thank you so much for having me. It was an honor. And, as soon as maybe, I can send you a review copy and you can do a review of it before
Oh,
before it officially comes out to everybody.
you hush your mouth.
And you can review it for
I
us.
would love to. That would be awesome. I would absolutely love that. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm so excited. Oh, Okay, well, let's get out of here. Thank you for joining me again. Send me some links. Send me some links to your stuff, and I'm going to push that out there for you. And thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. And I will see you guys tomorrow night. So,
yes. Thank you, everybody. Everybody have a good night.
good night, guys.